Highas and higher healing vibrations. Cosmic Cat here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being present. Let's get right into affirmations for the inner child for August 24th. If it is your birthday, please check out the birthday reading that I have posted today. If it's not, look at all these post-its from moons ago. If it is not your birthday, let me just shove that back there somewhere. If it's not your birthday, but maybe you're going through a rebirth phase, I'd recommend you check that out, okay? August 24th is all about patience. How well are you with patience? How well are you with patience with connecting with your inner child? All right. Or working with your inner child. I patiently await the fruits of my self-love. Say that with me. I patiently await the fruits of my self-love. That's beautiful. I'm not sure about you, but I've definitely gained a lot more patience in this lifetime that I'm just started and rebirthed into recently, the past few years. Definitely have more patience since since my own spiritual awakening. Share in the comments below if you do too. When I was 5 years old, I planted my first garden. I planted the seeds, covered them with soil, watered them every day, and waited for them to grow. I became so impatient for them to sprout that I dug them up to see what was happening. There on each little seed, I saw the beginnings of green. I learned that each seed knew exactly how much time it needed to take root in the soil. Hidden underground, each was growing, becoming what it was meant to be. Today, I allow my own seeds of change to grow silently and invisibly. I water them well and give them all the nourishment they need. I am patient in the knowledge that, with my care, they will take root. I allow them to germinate in peace, without disturbance, until I see the first green shoot pushing triumphantly into the light. With every first bloom, I will reap the fruits of my self-love. This is very encouraging because this is a great way to actually help you on your inner child path. For those of you that are just now starting to tap into your inner child energy, connect with your inner child, even if you've been, had a relationship with your inner child for years, but maybe you need a spark, there's something there that it's become dull or dim, or it's time to shine some light on the energy. Maybe you've been distant. There's been some time where there's not been communication between you two. And so to bring this back in, planting a seed is an absolute wonderful idea. Planting seeds. Not only does this help you with patience, gardening, it doesn't even, you don't even have to, if gardening sounds too much or overwhelming, maybe, makes your wheels turn in different directions of impossibility, maybe perhaps then bring it to just one. You focus on one plant, one flower, one seed, one herb, and you plant this seed in a pot, in your garden, in your yard, where you can see it every day. And there's something about giving it space and time that matters. It's so intriguing because it also, and in essence, as I said that, really made me think of like a suffocating relationship of like, if you've ever had someone just like, where you barely can go to the bathroom by yourself, whether this is because of their own insecurities or because their neediness or their own struggle, their own abandonment, whatever this is, that's irrelevant for what the topic is at this time. It's just that the focus of the idea is that it takes, you're not just, someone's in your aura, constantly and all the time. That affects your aura. It affects you, your state of being, who you are. Your energy isn't just your energy at that time. Your energy is now a mix. It's like a mumbo jumbo, what do they call that? Like a melting pot of all kinds of different energies. And so sometimes you can lose yourself in that identity. So maybe if you put yourself in that situation, if you've ever been in that situation, you know what that feels like, and you are going to allow this seed space and room to grow. Because interestingly enough, that's what we all need. You know, we all need that room and that space to grow. We need guidance. We definitely desire the ability to learn and knowledge of how to walk, talk, feed ourselves, clean ourselves, clothe ourselves, bathe ourselves. All of these things we went through. Everyone has in this world has went through that. Everyone. You know, I mean the majority. You go through the phases of learning how to feed yourself, of learning how to walk and talk and things of this nature. And the people who helped teach you also gave you space, to do that. Oftentimes our parents, I use the bike reference all the time because it's just one that sticks with me, and it seems like a very good one to use. Because think about how when you're learning to ride a bike, there is that fear of the unknown, but that fear of the unknown that you have is very similar to a fear of the unknown that you may have as an adult trying to embrace your inner child and step into this awakening process, the awakening journey, the awakening path, you know. So there's also the training wheels. You're being pushed on the bike, and your parent feels more comfortable of letting go of the seat with the training wheels on the bike because they know that that's going to help support you so that you don't crash, wreck, hurt yourself, or get hurt. And then of course they also will feel responsible for that. So but at the same time, you got to give them space to, if the parent doesn't allow the child space to actually really start to learn this on their own, and the parent is always with them, then this is the parent that's doing their homework for them all the time. This is the parent that either isn't putting enough faith and honor and respect into their child and belief into their child that they can learn this, that they can do this. They're wanting to do it out of protection. They're wanting to do it. There's a million reasons of why a parent would want to do this, live a life. But in essence, what the parent is doing is living the child's life for them instead of allowing the child to have a life and the child to live their life. So with that being said, a lot can happen and take place. It's interesting that we went to that and became, we tapped into abandonment, we tapped into suffocating and overbearing, codependency a lot, but patience for your self-love, patience with yourself. So Spirit is asking me to share with you, if there's anything in your life that you're externally seeking that you would like for others to see in you or to be in you or to have in you, you are being asked to love in you, to see in you, to be in you. Sorry, that pause for a moment there. I'm just trying to get the information proper. But you're being asked to actually go inward, because going within, being that hermit and introspection inside, having patience and self-love first for yourself is going to actually automatically create this this flow of energy. You're going to become more like a magnet and attract the law of attraction, attract the energy towards you in patience and self-love here. Did you ever do that as a kid? Plant a seed and then dig it up? Sharon, let me know. Let me know what you thought about that. I think that's neat that she did that. Okay, we're going to pull some cards. Oh, this isn't the deck we're going to use. I guess we're going to need to take one from this deck. Actually, no. We're going to wait. We are going to use it, but we're going to use it later at the end. So let's see, Spirit, what do you have for us regarding for the inner child and patience? All right, we've got the Grimalkin, Ace of Swords. Now we're going to do this. Four elements, four directions on a compass. Four. You have four. Look at this. You have the Hierophant. So traditional ways. Oh, I forgot to bring your... There you go. Bring this out here. Okay, so Grimalkin is an extra... This is the Curious Cats Tarot deck by MJ. I do like MJ. She just came up with a new deck, actually. What are you doing? Cut it out, love. Oh, kitty, kitty. Okay. So just looking at this card, it feels like you're gaining a lot of wisdom and respect for yourself and your inner child. You're starting to understand. Hey, thanks, love. Thanks. He's playing the tambourine for us, you guys. On the wall. It's actually a tambourine hanging on the wall, and he's just playing it for us, okay? So this is you understanding the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Creation, death, rebirth. Yeah. Wisdom. You definitely have wisdom coming in. This is the energy of allowing events to take place with patience and grace. I'm not even kidding you. I had to look it up because this is one of her cards that she added to the... So it's part of the major arcana in her deck, in this deck, only that I am aware of. She added 2 cards. So there's Unity and Grimalkin, and I loved seeing that she added Unity because Unity is very big and important right now. Okay, so Grimalkin, it literally says, allow events to take place with patience and grace. Feeling drawn into nature, content with life, highly intuitive, stepping back and allow others to make mistakes so as to learn. Wow, this is completely affirming everything we just talked about the bikes, about having patience, allowing others to learn, and also having patience with yourself while you are learning or going through that phase. You offer, in this energy, in the Grimalkin, you offer healing and wisdom with a soft touch. Now, if you're not feeling this energy, the negative aspect of it is isolation, retreating from society, clinging to old ways of doing things, causing negative feelings or emotions, causing. So you cause negative feelings or emotions as a result of being impatient or critical. So that's the negative aspect of this. And if you feel, whichever one you feel is you, is the one that you know what is your next step. What is the next step? If I've embraced the Grimalkin energy and I now have more patience and grace, I'm being drawn to nature, Mother Earth. I'm wanting to go outside all the time. Trees are drawing me in. I'm wanting to hug them, be near them, sit underneath them, honor them, put my hand on them and thank them for being present. Ask them if they have something to share with me. You know, allowing others to make mistakes. This is also a leadership role, a teaching role as well, the energy that I'm feeling. This leads to a very bright breakthrough coming through for you. This breakthrough, I feel for many of you, is you reaching your inner child. You finally reached him or her, and the relationship is beginning. You did this through meditation, through your own learning skills, through having patience, and picking up on what Spirit has been bringing to you. I would like to pause at this time and ask you to hit that like button, especially if this resonates for you. Subscribe to my channel. I do birthday readings every day, and I also do, speaking of this, following and paying attention to the signs that Spirit drops you. Well, part of my path on this journey is not just starting the YouTube channel for these readings, but also doing short videos. I do 3 short videos. I pull an angel number, because numbers are every day we see numbers, and numbers are always ways that angels and our spirit guides are trying to send us messages or answer our calls. Okay. Also angel cards, because ascended masters and different deities come to us in dreams, visions, the energy we just feel sometimes inside. And this is another way that they send messages to us. You know, maybe you're drawn. One example of this is being drawn to unicorns. You're drawn to unicorns suddenly, and you start collecting them. You're ever looking for them everywhere. This could show that you have a strong connection. That Archangel Mary is trying to come in and give you some divine love and comfort. Hug your heart in a divine, loving earth energy, feminine way. Okay. And then the third one is an animal spirit, because animals are always part of the spirit realm, and they're always coming up and showing us, sending us messages. Crows are really good with this. Butterflies, insects, dragonflies, cardinals. There's so many different birds and ways that Spirit always comes to let us know that they do see us, that they're here, that they're with you, they're wanting to help you, and they can help you on this journey. There's something about planting that seed and knowing that you get a packet of seeds, okay? Packet of seeds has what in there? Sometimes it ranges from, like, I don't know, 5 seeds. If the seeds are big, it'll be like 5 seeds. But then you could have like 5,000 seeds if they're really, really tiny. So say you get a packet of seeds. You drop those seeds down in the ground. You put some soil over them, and you leave them. You leave it to the elements, to the earth, to do its thing. You give it space. You allow it to grow, and you patiently wait. This is also something to do with yourself and your inner child. Okay? Out of all of the packets, let's say you got a seed packet with 5,000 seeds in it. Only 1 plant shows. Actually, let's say three pop up. 1 is successful. 1 comes almost completely successful to fruition, but then gets ate by a bird or a deer or something. The third one looks like it's almost going to produce. Hi, love. Hi, love. Looks like it's almost going to produce, but then all of a sudden, something takes it out, or it doesn't work, but you get 1. So this is a wonderful way to use this. Thank you for sharing your energy. This is a wonderful way to actually implement yourself as the seed. Think of you as the seed of growth, the seed that got planted. You are all of those seeds, and out of all of those seeds of yours, of you, only 1 came into fruition. It's the only one that's supposed to. It's like, I mean, you can relate this to failure, to success, to growth, to natural disasters, to human nature, to earth. And as gentle as you are with this seed that you plant and patient, this is also what you're going to implement into your life. But it just all comes naturally. So it's wonderful to think about this, and I highly encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel for this. Something is coming in a traditional way. There is, and there's a key. Your inner child holds the key for you to succeed. Yeah, your inner child holds that key for you to succeed. Definitely. I mean, this could show also that, excuse me, that you have learned and gained the wisdom throughout here, and you're honoring yourself in this state. Now, in this energy, you belong. You know who you are more, and you feel, and you're becoming part of something greater than yourself. So you're very, very excited and happy to have this opportunity to gain patience through this, when in the beginning you may have not even felt or thought it could happen. And here it is. It's here before you. And it feels divine. Now, the negative aspect of our Hierophant here is being closed-minded, being unwilling to change or adapt. You know, not just feeling like, oh, that's not going to work, but like really telling yourself it's not. So you already manifested that it won't work, so it's not going to work. I mean, it's just like if you hear gossip from someone about a mutual friend. You hear gossip about someone, and you know, you take that gossip for truth. You run with it, but then at the same time, you roll with it, and then you purposely like set your mutual friend up. You already set an intention to trap them, to make them look in the way that you want them to. You've already manipulated the relationship to fit the shoe size that you bought. So regardless of how or what energy could be there, you've already made the deal done as to what you want to get out of it. You purposely put this out there as an intention to get back what you're hoping to get back. And that's exactly what you get, because you've manifested it into your life. So it's like closed-minded, or allowing someone else to think for you, instead, being part of a herd as opposed to having your individual mind, your own individual thoughts, being able to come up with your own individuality, belief, your own favorite color, what you'd like to drink or eat today, as opposed to just doing whatever anybody else is doing. You have your own set. You know who you are now. You're stepping into your own, and you step away from that mentality. But this is, trapping people, you being trapped by your traditions or by others' traditions. Not being able, so the negative aspect is not being able to accept others who have a different viewpoint than you, which falls into, the whole trapping of them, being closed-minded. So it's much, you can see regarding the light and dark aspect of this, the imbalance, out of balance, the positive, the negative, that it's much more better to be in the feeling of belonging and of yourself and being part of something greater. Having appreciation for what you have learned and gained. Patience is a virtue. And it's something that once you gain it and have it, you're going to want to always have it. That's the message I have for you today. I hope this message made sense. I'd love to hear something about how your spiritual journey has been with your inner child. How you know, is your inner child always screaming at you and you're not listening and you're blocking him or her? Or is your inner child and you on good terms right now? You know, or is your inner child rebellion? Are you rebelling? Because it all happens and it's all a cycle. It's a relationship. Any relationship is going to have your relationship with yourself, which is in essence with your inner child, your higher self. You have this internal relationship and compass with yourself. And then you also have external ones. And the things about being able to bring someone else or another mind, another soul into an environment is an opportunity to learn a different point of view, a different perspective, to see others' ways, who they are, how they are. Yeah, this is the message I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Be sure to check out those other readings today and have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.